In this example, we are going to determine the interest that is earned on a deposit. So the whole idea here is it says calculate the simple interest earned for 1 year on a deposit of $2,700 with an annual interest rate of 6%. Now, simple interest has the formula I, meaning interest. That's equal to P, and P stands for principal, but that's our initial amount. We multiply that to the simple annual interest rate. That's what R stands for, the rate. And then we multiply that to T, and T is the time that has to be expressed in years. So here we have a simple interest earned for 1 year on an initial deposit of $2,700, and we have an interest rate here of 6%. So then our interest is going to be equal to the principal here, which is $2,700. That's our initial amount. We multiply that to the rate. That's the 6%. Don't forget, percent means per 100. So this is 6 per 100. So as a decimal, that's 0.06. We need to write it as a decimal because we're going to use our calculator to determine it. And then for 1 year, so then T, that's just 1 year. So then over on our calculator, we'll just type in 2,700. Multiply that to 0.06. And we won't go ahead and multiply that to 1. It just seems redundant. So we'll hit enter. So the interest would be $162. So you take $2,700. Let's just say that you're depositing in a bank. The bank says they'll pay 6% annual interest after 1 year. How much interest will you make on your $2,700? $162. Now for example 2 down here, we're going to do the same thing. It says calculate the simple interest paid to borrow $12,665 with an annual interest rate of 4.5%. And then we have for A here 2 years, B 20 months, or C 15 months. So again, our interest, at least for letter A, how about if we do letter A? Our interest is going to be the principal, and that's the $12,665. $12,665. The rate, 4.5% as a decimal. That's 0.045. And then the time, that's T, that's 2 years. So I'm going to type this all in just like this in our calculator. So I'll do 12,665. I could go ahead and put it in parentheses, 0.045. Close off that parenthesis, start another one for 2, and then hit enter. So this comes out to be $1,139.85. We'll do the same for B. Our interest is going to be equal to the principal times the rate times the time. So we're going to use our $12,665. Multiply to the rate of 4.5%, that's 0.045. However, I have 20 months. Now time, I mentioned, always has to be represented in terms of years. So what is 20 months in terms of years? Well, on our calculator over here, I'm just going to do 20 months. And there's 12 months in a year, so I'm just going to divide this by 12. So that's going to be 1 point, and we're always going to do everything until we come down to the last dollar amount. We're always going to do everything with 8 decimals. So I'm going to write this down as 1.66666667. I prefer 8 decimals because it helps later on when we have very small bases raised to a high power. It becomes more accurate, and I found that 8 decimals works very well. So now we could go ahead and we could enter this in our calculator just like this. So we'll do the 12,665 times 0.045, and then times that to the 1.6666667, close off that parenthesis, and we have $949, and we're always going to round to the nearest penny. So $949.88. We would never carry on 8 decimals for a dollar amount. Always round it to that nearest penny. And finally, for letter C here, again, the interest, that's $12,665 times the rate, that's 4.5%. But now we have 15 months, so I have to be able to express that as a year. So we'll take 15, divide that by 12 months out of a year, and that's 1.25. So 1.25 of a year is 15 months. Again, I could go ahead and enter this exactly as you see it here in the calculator. So 12,665 times that by 0.045 and times that to 1.25. And that comes out to be approximately $712. And again, we're going to round to the nearest penny and 41 cents. And there you go.